Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on January 12th, 2023. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet. Welcome to the Daily Dew, giving you your space weather update, as well as earthquakes, volcanoes, and a look at world weather. Checking out here our very busy star. The last 48 hours at 304 angstroms. Don't mind the minor glitch there. Recalibration of Solar Dynamics Observatory satellite. Looking at the last 48 hours incoming. This is where we've seen most of the action. M-class solar flares and X-class solar flare. And we've seen a couple more since last night's update. Large plasma filaments erecting from the surface there. Looking at outgoing. There was a small CME detected yesterday. A couple plasma filaments dancing around as well across the surface of the northern hemisphere in the outgoing position. So let's hope they stay intact. Having a look at multispectrum, pointing out all of the last 48 hours of events, active sunspot regions, and as well another one cresting in. Blackened lines across this view is our plasma filaments. Looking at 193 angstroms here. There are no coronal holes to talk about. And nothing building as it's cresting in. So we are currently under R1 geomagnetic conditions. Possible radio frequencies interrupted. There are the sunspot regions. Looks to be about 5 sunspots Earth facing right now. Now let's have a look at LASCO 3, showing the last 3 days of events. Lots of activity firing away, outgoing fashion. And then watch as into the 11th and 12th, we saw that large CME blast. That could be giving us a glancing blow in the next couple days. There's a pretty big one on the 9th. And then from the northwest region all through the 10th. And then 11th crossing over into the 12th. Boom. You ready for a cosmic charge influx? Having a look at space weather conditions right now. R1 radio blackout impacts are possible. Solar wind speed sitting at about 411 kilometers per second. Notable here is the radio flux sitting at 212 SFU. Solar X-ray flux remains in a heightened C range, as we've seen 2 M-class solar flares over the past 12 hours throughout the day today. Solar proton flux has calmed down a bit. Geomagnetic activity, we're sitting at a KP2. Real-time solar wind, just under 400 kilometers per second, and it's been pretty streamlined for the past 24 hours. As we were expecting these impacts, Schumann resonance for today is a power of 20. It was a blackout yesterday. Quality of 11, power of 15, amplitude of 20. Now let's get to earthquakes here the past 24 hours, as it's a bit eerily quiet across the northwest Pacific plate. We're going to start out here with the most recent 4.7 Indonesia, 11 kilometer depths, Lakit. And as well a few other minor rumbles are in the area through the Banda Sea. Papua New Guinea seeing a 5.1 and a 4.9. And then Tonga region, microplate, Kermadec Trench. Very deep earthquake today, 543 kilometer depth, 624 kilometer depth. Fiji, as well Tonga region. Ahonga, Tonga, 5.3, 5.3, and a 4.8. So South Pacific definitely seeing some activity today. 5.1 here, Pacific Antarctic Ridge. Overlooking South America, 5.5. There's the largest earthquake today, Oval, Chile. And as well a 4.8 there, and a 4.1 Kalima. A couple pretty deep epicenters, though. 4.3 there, reporting in Colombia. As well, Dominican Republic seeing a pretty sizable earthquake today, 4.0. They saw a couple of them. So activity coming back to the Caribbean. Quiet across the United States. Notable there, 2.6 in Bergen, Kentucky. As well, 3.3 here in Tonopah, Nevada. Minor earthquakes, but nothing much to talk about or report. No earthquakes Hawaii the past 24 hours. No earthquakes Alaska. No earthquakes Japan. Heads up, everybody, this is an earthquake watch video. A warning is included with this, as we have seen some very deep earthquakes today, and we're going through a quiet lull, expecting something big. Now, yesterday we reported a 5.0 earthquake off the coast of Oregon, and as well a 4.1 Ferndale, California. This is the last 7 days for earthquakes, as seismicity seems to be decreasing, awaiting something bigger maybe. Who knows, but it's all about staying aware and prepared here with daily events worldwide. I want to thank you all for over 60,000 follows. Much love and welcome to the family. Please share and hit that like button if you haven't already. That's the last 7 days for earthquakes across the planet. Having a look at Pacific Disaster Center, showing the most recent satellite imagery, and as well most recent volcanoes getting updated. Tornado warnings popping up all across Gulf states and southeastern United States, Atlanta, Georgia, Greer, South Carolina, Tallahassee, Florida. Let's get to volcanoes: Cotopaxi in Ecuador, Semeru, Indonesia, Fuego in Guatemala, Merapi, Indonesia, Reventador in Ecuador, Nevadas de Ruiz, Colombia. And look at all these flood alerts. 225 active hazards right now. Heads up, stay aware and prepared, and stay afloat, everybody. And stay frosty. Looking at Sangay in Ecuador, Popocatépetl in Mexico, Sabancaya in Peru. Boy, it's hard to find all these volcanoes. Kerinci in Indonesia, Swiss and Najima in Japan. So that's about 10 volcanoes getting updated today amongst the 44 that are active and erupting. Stay tuned this Sunday for the volcanic activity report. Give you a full number on all the active and erupting volcanoes. Having a look over the Atlantic and Pacific, two very large low pressure systems. One just east of Kamchatka here in the Pacific, and one is right off the coastline of the United States and Canada. Atmospheric river continues across the Pacific. Flood warnings continue across California State, Oregon, and Washington, and up into BC. Overlooking Europe, Southeast Asia, and Russia. Lots of cloud cover over Russia right now, and some big systems moving through Europe. We'll have a look at weather here. This is precipitation forecast for the next 5 days. Big system affecting Atlantic Canada, Tuesday into Wednesday. And then another system moving into Ontario, set to bring some cooler weather and as well some snow with that. But otherwise, it's going to be abnormally mild. And then we got all this moisture heading in from the Pacific Ocean to the West Coast. Overlooking South America, daily evaporation rains could be heavy at times and dangerous, with some extreme weather through Bolivia. Also, lots of rain heading into Central Europe and the Mediterranean. Overlooking Australia, Southeast Asia, and parts of Africa and Madagascar, as we do have a tropical cyclone heading your way by Wednesday, Thursday, 19th into the 20th. Watch for that tropical system to make landfall in Madagascar. Otherwise, Africa, daily evaporation rains could be heavy at times through parts of Zimbabwe. And watch for an electric week here over parts of northern Australia with a low pressure system lingering around for days and days through Northern Territory. Interesting lines of moisture heading into the west coast. Much love, everybody. Stay aware, prepared, stay young and have fun, and get your daily dew. Thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoy all the information shared. Much love. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.